He played great. We told him, I said, Jeff, you can take away the elbow. Take away the elbow second half, and he did twice in a row. And first half he backed all the way off. But he did that, and those were probably the two, it was kind of not boring's not the right word, methodical, probably the right word, game for us offensively. And those were probably as good a plays as we had as far as in transition. And, he did a great job taking that away. He played very, very well.
Last three games you just played great or had blowouts. How much can you take into Saturday? How much confidence does that give you? It's a different type of opponent.
Oh, well, I think it gives us confidence. But, I mean, we'll find out where we are Saturday. It's you play games like this to put yourself in a position to find out more about your team, and we'll find more about us. We haven't really had, other than Michigan State, we haven't had a close game, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, all of them have been double-figure games, and so we haven't had to make plays in the last, 3 or 4 minutes to determine the game. The one game we did have an opportunity to do that, we failed miserably. So it'll be good for us to go up there and see how tight our huddle is, and see if we can focus, and see if we can spend the energy in the building to our favor, and find out how tough we are. I'm really looking forward to it.
Obviously, hats off to Kansas. I thought every bit as good as advertised, and we weren't able to compete as well as we would have liked. We needed to make some 3-point shots. We only had 8 turnovers in the game, which is great. We needed to make some 3-point shots, and we didn't. We shot so poorly to start the game. I think it really gave us a very, very difficult time, both defending them in transition and finding other ways to score. So it was a great team, and wish we had done a little bit better.
You can play defensively in that first half stretch.
I said we played pretty well. Yeah. Our scout team did a great job of preparing us for it, so we kind of knew what was going to happen, and we knew that they could shoot, and we definitely keyed in on that, and we kind of knew exactly what they were going to run just because our scout team did such a great job.
Jeff, they expect your defense, but did you get a sense that you frustrated them with your offense tonight?
I guess a little bit, yeah. Defensively, I knew that they weren't trying to drive in. They, spread the floor, and that was frustrating for me. But offensively, they played a weird defense, and so a lot of times I got matched up with like a guard on the post and stuff, and that kind of made it a lot easier for us.
Elijah, over the last couple of games, are you seeing teams a little bit more reluctant to go inside against you guys, and teams settling a little more than they have maybe in the past?
I don't know what to think the other teams are thinking right now. It's pretty much a scramble, Don't too many people want to go in there and get their shot blocked, so I think it just throws them off as far as rhythm. And just coming into the Fieldhouse and shooting right at the beginning of a game isn't something that's just easy to do. So I don't know. I guess the team can be left in awe, but you never know what to expect, because when the team is, pushed back or feel like they got a lot of pressure, they usually try to attack it. So you never know what they may try to do, but we're doing a good job with adjusting to it.
Elijah, are the guards pressuring better now?
I think we're getting there. I still don't think that we're doing a good job, honestly. I think that was probably something that I was, not happy with me and Nadir, but I think that we're doing better. I think that we both look way better in practice, and I think that we get after each other way more than we get after other people. And I don't understand why we're doing that, and we talked about it, so it's something that we're fixing right now.
Elijah, how much easier is life for you when Nadir can come off the bench and play the way he played tonight?
It's fun. Sometimes when I'm in a game and I look up to see that he has his back turned, down court, and he's looking to get the ball and push it up court, and I can just go. That's comfortable a lot of the times instead of having to chase the ball down. So I hope he keeps playing like this. I hope he gets better so he can actually pull some weight for us.
Can you get on roll shooting like you did tonight a lot at practice?
Nah. Yeah, definitely. Nadir's the type of person that he won't shoot too much, but he'll shoot 3 or 4 in a row. And it's a high percentage with those shots. His shot selection is really not something that you can predict. He is strike when you least expect it. So he make that first one. It's kind of like putting him on the roll. He don't really need to make 2 to get on the roll. he make one, and that kind of get him going.
Jeff, have you had too many kind of mid-court steals and transition assists?
Not too many. But coach said, that was going to happen. He kind of told me to run past that. And a lot of times I kind of let it go through just because I'm more worried about, the basket and, not getting a foul or anything like that. But I just was being aggressive, and coach told me to run through it. And, the first time, I didn't think they expected it at all, but then they kind of did the same thing again, and got it again, and then I like to pride myself on being a pretty good passer, and so Travis made it easy for me.
And do you have good to feel to see the ball go in the basket a few times in the second half there?
Felt really good, but most of all, my teammates been encouraging me in practice to just keep on shooting. Travis, Elijah, and the rest of the dudes, they just keep on telling me to keep on shooting as well as coach. So I knew, I'm going to miss shots because that's just basketball. But, if my team's encouraging me as well as my coach and they want me to keep on shooting, I know it's going to be a time when they're going to fall.
Elijah, Kansas teams are always unselfish, but for a team to mid-December to already look like the chemistry is this great, do you feel like you're ahead of schedule?
I don't know. That I feel like that's halfway a trick question. I don't want to say we're ahead of schedule because I feel like in some areas we are, but in some we're not. I look at it as being the overall Kansas team from what we've seen in the past, and I think that we're getting better at doing that as an overall deal and just shutting teams out and really just showing them what the Fieldhouse feel like.